Today my granddaughter and I are going to work in this messy basement. She's 9 and I'm, well, just here for her. We're learning. We're going to fix Grampy's shirt. It's got a hole in it. This is his favorite vacation shirt. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off because this is very thread worn. But I went to a consignment store and I found this shirt that was bigger than Grampy's shirt. It was an extra large. Grampy's was a medium. So the first thing I do is I cut a piece off of the bottom of it, trying to see how I can sew this yoke over the yoke. But I wasn't really using the yoke. So I had to go to plan B, which was put that aside, get the shirt. I was looking for a bias, a stretchy part of the shirt, and I really couldn't find it. That's when I realized I needed to take the yoke off of the new shirt and put it on Grampy's shirt somehow. And I didn't want to really make a big production of this because I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to totally repair this, and I was probably going to have to tell Grampy he needs to get a new shirt, which I did get him a new shirt, but he just loves his old things. Well, I ended up taking the shirt and cutting the yoke off. Do you ever wonder why they put that little loop in the back there? The very back of the shirt. Doesn't make sense. And when I'm cutting the yoke off, I'm being careful to keep it stitched inside like the original stitches. I don't want to mess with them. So I keep them, and then I'll figure out how to attach this to shirt later. Okay, I managed to get that done. Now I'm going to use my new pin cushion that I just made. I did a video on that, really quick video. I'm going to use my pins and I'm going to place this gently. I say gently because I don't want it to be a wrinkled mess when I'm finished. Again, I'm not sure how I'm going to fit an extra large yoke on a medium yoke on top of it too, but I'm going to do it one pin at a time. Very carefully I am putting the yoke on top of the yoke, and where I cut it out I had a raw edge, so I'm just going to fold the raw edge under, leaving that original double seam there. So that will be my place to sew on. That will be where my eyes go when I'm sewing. I get over to the side where the shoulder seam is, and that's where I cut off and make the extra large down to a medium. And I'm going to have raw edge, but I'm going to just fold it over again and then meet up with the seam that's already there and then pin that down. It's a little tedious trying to pin it down and make sure that it's going to match up exactly with the other seam, but this is the only way that I can get it to fit. This is the only way that I can feel like it's going to work to make this look decent when it's done. And I feel like in the end it did work out. So let's just keep pinning this, take the yoke and pin to the yoke, cut where it's necessary, right there on that sleeve, and fold under the raw edges because he's not a raw edge kind of guy. He doesn't like to have his the raw edges showing on his clothes. Although I have patched his jeans, maybe I'll take that one back. I did a patchwork on his patches. That's another video I did. Lately he's been bringing me things to rework since he's been retired. He's put me to work as he's retired. It's all good. So this, make sure, I'm just eyeballing it, and make sure you leave yourself enough when you're cutting, if you're doing this, that you have enough to fold under. Now I think here what I'm doing is making sure that this is going to fit perfectly around the sleeve. And at first I thought maybe I would do one of those, first I thought I was going to do just the yoke to the yoke. And I did cut it around the sleeve. And then I remembered on the back of some shirts, they have like a scoop, for lack of a better way to think of it. It's like a rounded edge. So that's what I ended up doing. I wanted to finish the bottom so that it looked like this was supposed to be on the shirt, not just placed, but really part of the design. So I folded it in half, and then I did like a rounded finish. I had to take off the label here, so I got my razor out and just took the label off from the old shirt so that it wouldn't bulk out the rest of it. Alright, so I'm just going to sew this. I don't know if I should patch that. No, I'll just bring that up. Okay, a few more pins because I really need this to lay flat because this is going to be going around a curve and underneath the collar. So we don't want any bulkiness under there. So we've got my granddaughter in the background sewing. I'm just making sure that this is as flat as possible, and I'm going to start at the top and I'm just going to sew right underneath of the collar and then get this laid down with stitches. Now for the sides, again I'm going very slowly because when I get to this rounded part that I just made, I want to make sure that it lays down and I don't have any wrinkles that I need to deal with and try to make tucks where tucks shouldn't be. I had more pins than usual, and I tend to take my pins out when I'm concentrating and they kind of go all over the place. So today I was trying to be a little more organized with my pins, and I kept them with me so that I could put them back in the cushion while I'm going around these curves and keep myself semi-organized. Still working on the sewing room. I'm going slow around the curve and getting it done. Okay, I'm on the home stretch here. No more pins. Well, a couple more. And it's looking like it's staying pretty smooth. And because I cut it out just the way it was on the other shirt, it almost acts like an interfacing too, so I didn't have to worry about that interfacing part. And as long as I keep it slow as I go here and tuck in, it seems to be flattening out very nicely. And as you can see, I'm right here at the edge where the shoulder meets the yoke, and it's going into place and fitting just like a glove. So I feel like at this point that I've pulled off a successful upcycle, recycle, alteration to my husband's favorite shirt. Tell me what you think. Is this something that you would do? It's worth a try if you have a hole underneath the collar, which is very popular. So there it is. That's the underside. It looks like it belongs there. You can't see the hole. I didn't repair the hole. I just covered the hole. This is the outside. And the perfect ending to the video would be to have my husband model the shirt, but he doesn't like to be on video, even more than I don't like to be on video. So this is what it looks like. Me coming upstairs, bothering him, and asking him, do you like the work?
You didn't even look at it.
And so now it's time for tea. Thanks for watching.